Hello and welcome to another episode of The Flying Reporter, supported by Anglian Flight Centres, Vertigo Covers, Red Hill Aerodrome and my Supporters Club members. In today's episode we're going to be practicing some forced landings and also announcing something quite special. Stay tuned for that. Coming up, my practice flight is abruptly cut short after my engine gave me a fright. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it short. That has unsettled me, that. Before I do anything though, I must sort this out. My aircraft has been parked here for a few weeks on the days when they have been cutting the grass, and things have got to this level now where we've actually got a prop strike risk if I was to try and taxi over this with the propeller running. So I brought my shears to get on with the job. Oh, this is harder than I thought. Tell you what, I think my shears need sharpening. That was tough work. Whew. I don't know if you saw this when I was taking that off. Unfortunately, the ADF wire came off. So I'm now trying to work out what to do with that, because as you can see, it's now not airworthy in its current form. I need to do something about this cable. See if I can either reattach it or somehow remove it completely. So I'm just going to try and work on that now. Right, so I've totally removed the ADF aerial in its entirety, so at least we're safe to fly. I mean, not that we really need a NDB on a Cav-OK day. I'll have to get the engineers to look at that for me.
Copy, Victor, runway 08 right, South 09012 knots cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 08 right, copy, Victor. Temperatures and pressures, no warning lights. Airspeed's increasing. And there's 57. Copy Victor, Goldstone, railway station.
Copy Victor, basic service, minus actual airspace.
Basic service will go, Copy Victor. So things have been quite interesting for me. Getting through the backlog of work on the video production side that I've been working on. I've now got availability in July and August, which is good. Got most of the backlog sorted. I went on holiday with Bertie. We went camping in Charmouth in Dorset, thanks to my follower Ted Osborne, whose family run the campsite, and he kindly looked after me, gave me lots of tips of things to do, places to see. We went fossil hunting on the beach, walked all the way to Lyme Regis and then all the way back, probably about a 5-mile round trip. I've also went to Aerability, the charity that I featured on this channel before, that helps disabled people learn to fly. They had their Armchair Air Show, which is a fundraising event, a live broadcast from Biggin Hill, and I went along and helped them out with some video recording for them. And that got me thinking about, you know, whether there are other things I can do to give back to the community, and that's the sort of special announcement that I wanted to talk to you about today. But we've just reached Bow Beach Reservoir. This is a point where there's quite a lot of cross traffic. So I'm keeping a lookout and in ear out at the moment for that. So We'll come to the announcement in a moment. Golf India Victor, Bow Beach Reservoir, request frequency change to South End radar 130.780.
Golf India Victor, squawk on security, free call South End.
Squawk conspicuity, goodbye Golf India Victor. Traffic there.
First direct approach, runway 085.
I'm just, that was the kind of cross traffic that you get. Traffic there as well, below. Back on track now, just come a bit to the left, right I mean. And we'll level off here at 2.3. We'll let the speed build up. And we'll lean. So, the announcement that I wanted to make, coming back to Airability and helping them out, and realising that I've got an excellent sort of following here on YouTube, and I wonder if I can use it more to the community's good. Also, of course, I have the video marketing skills and the video production skills that are useful to any kind of walk of life or sector of the community. So I was thinking I would offer to make either a YouTube episode about a community aviation organisation, a not-for-profit organisation, or a general aviation charity. So I'd either make a YouTube episode, or I would come along and film a promotional video for them, film some event videography, whatever it is that they need filming. I would come and do that, and I would do that, you know, I wouldn't be charging for that. That would be something I would do to give back to the community. And you never know, it might make an interesting YouTube episode if it's a subject that's, you know, editorially in keeping with the channel. That might be the way that I do this and help raise the profile of a charity, as I say, or a community organisation. So if you know or are part of the kind of organisation that seems to fit into that category, then do get in touch through my website. The link will pop up in the top of your screen now, or you'll find it in the video description as well, or just Google the Flying Reporter and you'll find my website. Drop me a line, let me know about the organisation that you are involved with, and I would be glad to help them out. Now, what I don't want to do is hear from people who think that a certain organisation would be a good fit for this. I want you to contact them or share this with them and tell them, hey, the Flying Reporter is offering to make videos for you, or for his YouTube channel about you. Get in touch with him.
So on to the PFLs, or practice forced landings. I always hated them during training, and I'm still not very good at them, as you're about to see for yourself. I've pre-planned a position about 7 miles east of Canterbury, which I know from the charts and aerial photography has a good selection of fields and few hazards. I'd planned to do about half an hour of practicing, but as will become clear, I cut the mission short because my engine had a worrying and sudden loss of power when climbing away.
South End radar, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, request traffic service.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, South End radar, good afternoon, pass your message.
Good afternoon, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, PA28 Arrow, Red Hill to Red Hill VFR, 1 mile southeast of Canterbury, altitude 2,400 feet, 1018. General handling 7 miles to the east of Canterbury between altitude 3,000 feet and 500 feet, request traffic service.
Golf India Victor, roger, identified traffic service with reduced traffic information due to your level and range, possible late warning of traffic, and taking your aim train clearance.
Traffic service reduced, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
Golf India Victor, squawk 4575.
Squawk 4575, Golf India Victor. So we've got landing light on, T's and P's are all curd, 1545, let's change tank now.
For the last 10 miles or so, I've been enriching the mixture and bringing back the manifold pressure from 33 inches to 25 inches to allow the engine time to cool a little before cutting the throttle. These engines don't really like power-off glides.
Here comes the engine failure. So we want 96 knots. MFI, what's gone wrong? Mixture, fuel, change tanks. Instruments, no things. We've got magnetos, nothing there. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, Pier 28, engine failure, 7 miles to the east of Canterbury, descending into a field here just to the west of my position. UPOB.
In my what's gone wrong check there, I missed the opportunity to turn on the auxiliary fuel pump, and in general my checks were a bit sloppy and unprepared. But I've chosen a field and I'm turning downwind.
Okay, so it's going to be brace, brace, brace. Can you open the door for me? Tighten your seatbelts, take your headset off, and when I shout brace, 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 you adopt the brace position. Can't restart the engine, MFI, so mixture goes to idle, magnetos off, master switch off, fuel cut off.
Of course, if I turn off the master switch at this point, I won't be able to extend the landing gear manually because it's electrically actuated. Something for me to note should this happen for real. But it's an off-airport landing and chances are I'll be choosing to land gear up anyway.
To warm the engine.
But this Arrow is fitted with an auto backup gear extender which will drop the gear when I come close to the approach speed. If I don't want this to happen, I'd have to remember to override this backup system.
Hate doing this.
We're at PA28, Golf Mike Golf. Roger.
As I turn base, I'm lower than I expected to be. The Arrow glides much less efficiently than the Warrior I used to fly, and I need to bear this in mind in future.
We're going to go around on that. Probably would have made it, but it would have been messy.
So I was about to have another go and I was climbing out, but as I was doing so, the engine gave me a fright. If we take another look at that, but focus in on the engine gauges, you can see that there was a distinct drop in RPM and manifold pressure. And on the exterior camera, have a look at the exhaust pipe when it happens. The pipe is shaking, and then 2 plumes of dark exhaust fire outwards.
Oh, I didn't like that. I had a wobble on the engine there. Don't know that I want to put the aircraft through another PFL given that wobble there. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it short. That has unsettled me, that.
I'm going to speak to the engineers about this and show them the video. I think it might have been a case of detonation, which can be harmful to the engine. It's where the combustion happens too quickly, often caused by an overly lean mixture or a hot engine. My mixture had been fully rich for quite some time now, and the cylinder head temperature was low, very low in fact, from that sustained glide in the PFL. The exhaust gas temperature was low as well, but it looks like it fluctuated during the event, as you can see here. This is in fact the second time this has happened. The last time I was in the cruise, and I followed the correct actions then for detonation by enriching the mixture and reducing power. Given this is the second case, I'll take the aeroplane to Aero Anglia as soon as I can for them to take a look. Supporters Club members can follow the process as we investigate if we have a problem or whether this is a case of pilot error.
All stations, Red Hill Tower, Red Hill ATC, you safe?
Red Hill Tower, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, inbound with Whiskey, QNH 1017, Dorking.
Bravo Mike India Victor, Red Hill Tower, Squawk 3767, report Buckland.
Squawk 3767, report Buckland, Golf India Victor.
So I cautiously flew back to Red Hill, but I didn't rush back because the aerodrome was closed until 5 PM due to controller shortages. There were no further abnormalities with the engine.
Golf India Victor, Buckland.
Golf India Victor, direct approach, runway 08 right, report final.
Direct approach 08 right, report final, Golf India Victor.
It's been an eventful day, and with the ADF aerial coming loose and the engine hiccup, it's as if India Victor is trying to tell me something. It's easy to overlook a backfire or a little bit of engine roughness, but I will be pleased to get a professional opinion on things now.
Brakes.
Bravo Tango, just to confirm your destination is...
Get the undercarriage down now. Brakes. Undercarriage down 3 greens. Mixture is rich. Prop full forward. Instruments. Carb heat. Lights on. Strapped in. Doors locked.
As for the poor standard of my PFLs, I'll have to wait another time to practice them, but I can re-watch the PFL lesson that I recorded with instructor Nigel Wilson for the Flying Reporter Ground School. If you want to brush up on your PFLs or other flight exercises for that matter, then it's a great resource. Again, it's available through my website.
Golf India Victor, final runway 08 right to land.
Golf India Victor, runway 08 twice, wind 080 degrees, 11 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land 08 right, Golf India Victor. Let's blues 3 greens.
Altitude 1,040 feet.
Golf 1, departure Retro Nose junction, under 1,400.
Golf India Victor, request taxi to parking.
Golf India Victor, vacate left, taxi across the grass, back to parking.
Vacate left, taxi grass to parking, Golf India Victor. Right, that's it for this video. We are going to park up here, try not to mow the lawn as we go by. Remember, if you know anybody, or if you're from an organisation that is a not-for-profit or a community organisation or a charity in the general aviation field and you want me to help you with some video, be it a YouTube episode if it's of editorial pertinence, or just promoting something or raising awareness of something, filming an event, a live stream, do get in touch. I'd be happy to help you out. That's it, folks. We're just going up on the pad here and we'll sit here for a few minutes to let the engine, come on, up you go. Oh no, it's good. Let the engine cool down, fill out our logbook while we're waiting. That's it. Fly safely, my friends. Bye-bye.